Hey, how you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Whether you are listening to me at this moment or you are listening to me much later, what's up? How you doing? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I hope whatever it is, you're having a blessed day. So go get your popcorn, your drink, your soda, your coffee, your tea, whatever it is, and let's get into this because I want to talk to you guys today. I want to talk to you about everything that's going on. So I was on my Facebook a little bit earlier and I was talking, and then I realized I did not play EM Magazine's video. So I'm going to go ahead and play that right now and I'll be right back. Yes, shout out to EM Magazine. They have been supporting the Dee Dee Walker Live show pretty much from the beginning of its being on YouTube. So I want to shout them out. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you guys would like me to advertise, like, like a little clip like I just did for EM Magazine, whether it's your business or whatever it is, definitely go ahead and contact your sister. And let me go ahead and type, I should have had that email typed up already, but it's the Dee Dee Walker, I'm sorry, it's the DDWLive show at gmail.com. Give me LIVE show at gmail.com. All right, so it should come up in a couple of seconds and it'll come up in the little thingamajiggas. There go making up words again. So there it is, right? So that's the DDWLive show. Make sure I get that right. The DDWLive show at gmail.com. If you would like to go ahead and advertise with the Dee Dee Walker Live show, go ahead and do it. So, and on my show, as you guys already know, I do a whole bunch of stuff, including interviewing folks. So I want you, so now I'm going to do my shout outs real fast if you guys don't mind. I want to go ahead and shout out my past guests, and one of them is KJ. So I was talking to you guys about KJ before I got off of my live feed on Facebook. So now I have added YouTube in it so I don't have to download Facebook and then upload it to YouTube. So I shouted out KJ. And KJ happens to be a new artist, an inspiring artist, an inspiring actor as well. And I had the pleasure of interviewing him. Despite his disability, he is out there doing his thing, and I'm very proud of him. So I want you guys to definitely go ahead and let me take this. That was okay. I took it off. You see that right there, the Dee Dee Walker live show. If you go to YouTube and go to my channel, you can see all the interviews that I have done. Shout out to them. And then I also want to go ahead and shout out to John Signorella. I have to say it right because I want to say Cinderella, but it's not. It's Signorella. I had an interview with him, and that interview is on there. It's popping, and fingers crossed. He might go ahead and interview me, and if he does, we're gonna have so much fun. So I want you guys to go ahead and look out for that. And as you can see, I am a couple of shades darker. I'm actually liking my little suntan glow, but a couple of days ago I was burnt. So FYI, Black folks can burn too. And yes, I was in the supermarket, and it was this little kid that was standing next to me, and he was staring at me, and I had, like, when you burn and your skin starts to peel, so skin was starting to peel off and stuff, and he's looking at me like, so I got all of that under control, as you can see. So shout out to the little kid in the supermarket. So like I said before, whether you guys are looking at this at the time that I'm streaming this, or you're looking at it at a much later date, I just want to say, what's up? How you doing? I hope that you're enjoying your day and everything else like that. And I also want to invite you guys to check out a video that I did yesterday, which no, it was Wednesday. It was behind the scenes. And so I was on 106radio.com, which is a radio station that I'm on every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I was doing behind the scenes on YouTube. So they got to hear all the behind the scenes, like everything that we were talking about. The radio station didn't get to hear that. So what I did was I uploaded that onto YouTube. I want you guys to check it out. Mom is telling a story that she had to talk about. The topic was, would you snitch on your loved one if you found out they would cheat? And so I had Mama Denise on there, I had Joe B on there, and they were telling me what they thought, and I had people on YouTube talking about it too. So that was really good. I enjoyed that conversation. So we talked about that. I have a new topic that I'm getting ready to talk about. So I want you guys to be unprepared of it. And I'll start talking about it a little bit now. So definitely give you guys your opinion. But before I get into that, I do want to make sure that you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell. And when you hit the notification bell, definitely leave me some comments. Let us just know whether or not, what I'm talking about, vibes with you, and don't worry, I will get back to you as soon as possible. It is a new YouTube channel. I am very small. And it's funny because I hear all these other YouTube channels talking about they're small, and I look at their subs, their subscriptions, and they're like way up in the roof, and I'm like, oh God, I must be an infant. So I'm going to call myself an infant until I get a little bit better. But shout out to all my subscribers for supporting my channel. You guys rock. I love you guys. But please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now, if you've already hit it, so Dee Dee already done it, please check and make sure that you are still subscribed, because sometimes I don't know why, but for whatever reasons, that happens. And I'm sure there's a reason behind it and people haven't figured it out yet. I know I haven't. And so give me a couple of seconds, because I'm getting ready to drop the link into the comments. And what you could do with that link, you can click on it and you can actually come on live with me today if you choose to. If not, leave some comments. And if you're actually looking at this later, just go ahead and leave some comments. This is stuff that I'm trying new, so I'm not sure if it's going to work yet. But if you guys do want to come live with me, I'm going to go ahead and leave that link. I'm looking at myself, guys, and I am like 3 shades darker. I don't know. I'm loving it now. Let me see. I'm getting ready to get that link together, so give me a couple of seconds. I'm live. I'm live. So I am live. Another thing that you guys can do while I am doing behind the scenes of the Dee Dee Walker live show, you guys can actually come and be live with me. Yes, you can. You can do 2 ways. So I am going to, oh, there it is. I'm going to drop that link in there. And here's a link if you guys would like to go ahead and join me live. It is now in the comments. If you click on it, you can go ahead and do it. And for those who are joining me on Facebook or whatever, I'm about to put it up here, and you guys can, there it is right there. So I don't know how you can do that if you want to. But when I am live on behind the scenes of 106TVCradio.com, and if you guys would like to go live with me, especially when we're talking about our topics, here is the telephone number. It's 336-698-3005, extension 1. Okay? I want you guys to keep that in mind. 336-698-3005, extension 1. Please give me that. I haven't had my coffee. So the next topic that we're going to talk about, that I told you guys I was going to go ahead and tell you about, was is it better to be happy and unaware of information that's going on with you? Or would you rather know and be upset? And that question comes to me from Miana. She sent in that question. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to go ahead and talk about it. I thought it was really interesting because it's kind of like a conclusion, or not a conclusion, it's kind of like an ongoing subject to the last conversation we had, which was, would you snitch on your loved one? Would you snitch on your loved one if you caught them cheating? Like, how would you handle it? So her question is, and I gotta say this very clearly, is it better to be unaware and happy, or aware and unhappy? So which one would you choose to be? And so I'll talk about that. So guys, again, please, and let me go ahead and get this here. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I'm live, okay? And basically, you can join the conversation. And of course, you join the conversation, you can either do it 2 ways. When I'm on live, I'll drop the link like I just did right now. I drop the link, or this telephone number that I have right here. The telephone number I have right there. And that is 336-698-3005, extension 1. Now, that telephone number is always out there whenever I'm live on 106TVCradio.com. You can always go to that telephone number. And of course, I'll drop the link. And here's the link for today if you guys want to join the conversation. And if you join, whatever subject you want to talk about, as long as it's not a subject that doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to be doing this often, so I know a lot of you guys, especially when I'm on Facebook and stuff like that, you guys really prefer to inbox me and then me talk about it. But if you would like to be part of the conversation and jump in, there's the link right now. We'll go ahead and talk about it. You can always email me too. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. You can always email me. Oh, the email is up here. You can always email me, which is right here. Okay, so you can always email me, the DWLive show@gmail.com. I had to look at it. So you can always email me, and if you would like to be a guest of my show, and of course, you will be amongst some amazing people that I've actually had the pleasure of having on my show. And one of them is John Sig. And I'm going to just go with Sig, because if you put John Sig in YouTube, you'll be able to find him. I'm interviewing him. He's talking about Holyfield, who he interviewed this guy, Holyfield, the boxer Holyfield. He interviewed him. He interviewed a couple of folks from The Sopranos. And he talks about those topics. They're like really cool. And I have officially been invited onto his show. When all of that goes down, I'll let you guys know. And you guys can watch on his channel. You can actually go ahead and see me being interviewed by him. And I'm really nervous because, like, when I was interviewing him, and I knew he was going to do this, he asked me a question, and I couldn't think of it. But when I got off the interview, I was like, I could have said this, I could have said that. And the question he asked me was, "What was your most outrageous?" Hey, girl, how you doing, girl? I love you. Yes, the question he asked me was, who was your most outrageous guest? And I don't have any outrageous guests. I have most memorable guests. And that was, and I'm always doing a What's Up Wednesday on her. I'm always talking about her. She's in a lot of my projects because she really made an impression. And that's Harry Burnett. And she sang on my show. And I love that. So if you guys want to see my What's Up Wednesday, I think if you just go to What's Up Wednesdays on YouTube, you will see her singing. Or if you just go to my YouTube, you'll see the interview where I have her singing. And then Kalia, who plays Aaliyah in an upcoming um what you call it, an upcoming movie that they have going on. She sings in it too. So, I could have came up with so much stuff, but I couldn't, you know, I couldn't. So anyway, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. And one of the things, I'm going to ask a very basic question. How is your day? How are you doing? So Melissa, how are you doing, lady? How are you doing? I hope that you're still on here. I hope I'm talking to you. And I want everybody to let me know how they're doing. And then I've got another question. And I don't know. Melissa says, beautiful. I hope everybody's doing beautiful too. And I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. Okay? Because my Friday is going to be amazing. It's another relaxing day. And I'm going to be dipping in somebody's pool. So I'm excited about that. So that's amazing. So anyway, I don't know. I got some questions for you guys. I hope that you'll be able to answer it. This question I'm going to ask you is from my last show, which was behind the scenes of 106tbcradio.com. I told you guys about it. How would you handle if your loved one was, creeping? Would you stitch on them, or would you just kind of fall back? Or would you kind of confront them? So I'm hoping that you guys are be able to answer that question on here. If not, that's okay. You can inbox me, or if you'd like to be a guest, you can come on and we could talk about that directly, or you could leave it in the comments. So I just want to hear from you guys to see what what you think about it. So something different. I would stand up and let you guys see my little sundress. I like a little sundress, and I got my little scarf. And if you notice, I've been rocking my braids with my sundress and my scarf and everything. So, full. Okay, Melissa says she would fall all the way back. You would fall all the way back, so you wouldn't say anything. But you know something? You are not alone. I have talked about that subject all yesterday. I had some family that came into town, and we talked about it. And they were like, they probably wouldn't say anything because the consequences, and I also talk about it in my video, so you definitely got to go ahead and check it out. But the consequences about it sometimes is kind of like worse. You know what I'm saying? So you think you're doing somebody a favor, and you're saying to them like, such and such and such was cheating on you. And, I felt like I needed to tell you this. And then next thing you know, they're looking at you like you're the snitch. You ruined my life because I guess the question that we're going to talk about later, I'd rather not know anything and be happy than you put that in my face. And now my life is all messed up. So a lot of people said that. So you are amongst a lot of folks. And I'm going to be honest, being that I talked about it before, I'll go ahead and talk about it again, and I'll get a little bit more detail into it. I probably, what is this? My ex did it, and no one said a word. Oh wow, wow. How did that make you feel? Like, dang. Like, I hate to bring up the next subject for the next week, but it's kind of like, I guess we can continue the conversation. Like, nobody said a word. That would piss me off. Like, that would make me upset. But like all the people that didn't say anything, they all knew. Oh my gosh. You know what? I was about to say something completely different, but now that you said that, I'm going to kind of fall back on my explanation, and I'm going to go a whole different route in it. I'm still going to say what I'm going to say before. Um, I'll start with what I'm going to say, and then based on what you just said, kind of may open my eyes and make me think a whole different way. If And I guess I'll put myself in that. You Yes, because they just kept telling me to. Oh, they just kept telling you to leave, but they didn't really say anything. Interesting. I guess I meant telling. Oh, they okay. They meant you meant telling you to leave. No, I get it. They kept telling you to wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get it. You mean like they were, just telling you to leave, but they really weren't like saying anything to you. And then when you found out, you were kind of hurt. Is that what you're saying? Because I get that. All right. So I'm going to tell from two different point of views. I'm going to talk about the friend, and then I'm going to talk about if I was in that situation. And to be honest, I was in that situation. I'm not going to name any names. I was much younger. I was much younger. This is before I got married, all that other stuff, before I had kids. I was much younger. And I was with this guy. I'll talk about that one first. I was with this guy, and I thought I was going to marry him. I was like so in love with him, but obviously he wasn't ready. He was out there. He was just like, he was still seeing his ex, and then he was cheating on his ex with somebody else. And and then he wasn't a good person all around. So I'll get into that another time too. But he wasn't a good person all around. But I was blinded to it, and I was like, I was really cared about him. And nobody said anything to me. I had to kind of find out on my own. And when I did find out, and found out that the friends around me, they knew it, it hurt me because I felt like, as a friend, at least tell me something. So in a sense, I can understand. Um, Not at all. They said they didn't want to hurt my feelings. Right, and I was just gonna say they probably didn't want to hurt your feelings, and they just said to leave. But sometimes, and I kind of get it. I kind of get it why they didn't say anything. But as the person going through it, it hurts. You want them to say something. So I guess in a sense it's a catch-22, because if the person who sees this, now I'm talking about the person who sees this, like, should you have said anything? Now, I've been in a situation where I've seen the person was creeping on the other person, and I never said anything because, again, I didn't want to hurt the person, and then I didn't want to be the person to deliver the bad news, and then everybody be mad at me. But in hindsight, I wish I had said something, because that story was very tragic at the end. It was very tragic. And if I had said something, maybe things could have went a little different. I'll tell you guys about that another time. But or maybe not, maybe just kind of use other names or whatever, because that's a very sensitive situation. I'm not sure if they want me to share, but I'm only telling it in that aspect. Um, I needed to know why they wanted me to leave. You needed to know why they wanted you to leave. Like, yeah, because you're like, well, what do you want me to leave for? And they're like, no, we just want you to leave. And I've been in that situation where I'm like, the person you with, you might not want to be with them, but they don't understand that. So I guess in hindsight, it's better to be straightforward. Like, listen, dude is creeping, chick is creeping, and then kind of be okay with the outcome of it. So I guess I'm like all over the place, because me being in that situation and the person was creeping on me, if my friends had told me, that I would have felt like they should have. But then in the opposite situation, um, how do you tell somebody that without hurting their feelings? Like, how do you come up without hurting their feelings? So I guess that right there, that's a story, ongoing story. And that's why Miana came up with, is it better to not know and be happy, or to know and be hurt? I guess that's the real question. What is better? What do you guys think? Um, and I totally get like the friends, like the hurt that you feel, because you're like, yo, these are my friends. Why haven't you said anything to me? Like, I could have moved on and everything. But sometimes when you're in a situation sometimes you're not ready to move on. So you're not going to hear what they have to say anyway, because you're so blinded by this person. You're so in love with this person. You're thinking they're against you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't listen to it. And sometimes people hear it, they be like, thank you for looking out, man. You all right by me. But I'm thinking maybe with myself, because I was so blinded by this person, anything they would have said, I would have felt like they were trying to work against my relationship. So I guess that's a catch-22. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, to know and be healed. Okay. Okay. It's better for those who are just tuning in right now. The question I asked, is it better to um, know something and be hurt, or not know and be happy? And I like that. That's an alternate, to know and to be healed. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I guess, there you go. There was red flags, but I thought not me. You know what? And it's true. There's always red flags. And I say that a lot of times. Now that I have kids, and they say to me, they're going through that whole dating process now, and they'll tell me certain their past relationships, the relationships they're in right now. I love the young ladies. They are beautiful, they're sweet, but their past relationships, there's been some red flags. Myself, past relationships, there have been some red flags, but you don't see them when you're looking at everything else but that, and then you see that, and then you say that is just little compared to what I'm feeling for this person. It really is. And a lot of times you think, yeah, not me. You know, some people, and it happens a lot with abusive relationships. A lot of times you tend to think, I can change this person. And there are times this person is really good to me. This person does stuff for me. This person loves me and cares for me and takes care of me. But then there's those signs where they get angry for no reason, or they're out there just dipping, and they're overly nice, but they're dipping. But then, what you say? I really thought I was still all he needed, but some men are serial cheaters. Did you say serial cheaters? I'm done. I'm done. You need applause for that one. I like that. Some men are serial cheaters. Some women are serial cheaters too. But yeah, I like that. I like that. That's cute. Girl, you need to come on here with me. I keep inviting you to come on here. Click on that link. Come on here and let's talk. For real, real. Serial cheaters. Mm, that's gonna be my next topic. I like that. Some men are serial cheaters. Some women are serial cheaters too. This goes both for men and women. It really does. Because I've talked to some dudes and I was talking to some females, and they were both telling me the same thing. And I know I'm all over with it, but I kind of see it from all sides. I see it as a friend side, like you're afraid to say something because you see that they're so in love and you don't want to hurt them, but you want to give them some signs and stuff like that. And maybe that might be a good thing, but then maybe it's not a good thing. Maybe you should say something. And like Melissa was saying, it's better to know and be healed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I would love to join. Well, join me. Look, there's the if you can join me, I don't know if you mean now or later. There's the I love your picture, by the way, girlfriend. I love that. I love that little butterfly that you have in your eye. But right there's a StreamYard right there. I don't know how you could do it, depending on where you're looking at it. Let me let me see if I can. I think you're on Facebook. I think you're on Facebook. So give me a couple seconds. I don't know if you'll be able to click into it. Let me get on Facebook. Let me know I can get. I'm sorry. Let me get on Facebook. Give me up. You know what song is in my head? 5 o'clock in the morning. What you gonna do? Yes, I am. Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, click on that link. I'm gonna see if I can kind of copy that link because I think that I'm live on Facebook. I don't know. My computer's not working out. It's not working the way I think it should work. There. I'm about to put that link as soon as it comes up. It's taking forever. I'm about to put that link in the. So here it is. Okay, the link is now in Facebook. All right, I just put it in Facebook. So if you click on it, right, you'll be able to join. And let's have questions. And if you got some questions that you want us to talk about, we can go ahead and do that. I have about 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna jump on an interview. Somebody's actually interviewing me. So, oh my God, I'm looking at myself in here. My eyes are red. That's because I think I got some sunburn or whatever. So if you're able to come on here, I don't know. There's the link. Um, So anyway, for those who just tuned in right now, okay, for those who just tuned in right now, we're talking about would you snitch on your loved one if you caught cheating? And Melissa came up with some great questions, feedback questions. So I don't know if she'll be able to come on here. I don't if she's having problems because of the way I'm hooked up or whatever. But Melissa, if you're still on here, if you would, we can inbox each other a little bit later, and we could do like a just a whole show together. That would be really cool. And if anybody else wants to host a show with me, just let me know. Just let me know. We can just go ahead and we can get into it, okay? But the hot topic on this here street, that's another thing I'm learning. Now that I'm on YouTube, YouTube has a whole different type of language. It's YouTube streets. I would. Oh, what did you mean? I would. We must. Oh, okay. I would. We must. Okay, cool. Okay, so if I'm understanding that correctly, that we'll do a show together. Okay, so you guys, I hope. Tell me if I'm right. I don't want to put that out there if I'm not right. But you can inbox me. Let me know exactly what you're talking about. But anyway, I think you said I would and we must. Okay, cool. Yes. You're saying yes. Okay. Okay, good. Yay! Good. We're gonna do like a whole show together. Melissa, we're gonna come up with some hot topics and we're gonna talk about it. It'll be good, girl. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, it's my excited dance. Oh my goodness. So anyway, On that note, I'm going to put out that question one more time. You guys got anything to say? If not, I'm going to skip off of here because I'm getting ready to be interviewed by someone else. I'm very nervous. So I came live on here. This is the truth. I came live on here to calm my nerves down a little bit because there was no question sent back and forth, so it's kind of like a free fall. Which I love interviews like that. When somebody sends me over and they're like, "These are the list of questions that I want you to ask me," I, for some reason, become a mumble mouth. I stumble and I get really nervous because I like to have interviews where I sit down and there's like a conversation flowing. We're laughing, we're joking, we're having a good time because it kind of reminds me. Remember when you were a kid and you heard the grown-ups having their little conversation and joking, but you weren't allowed to say nothing. But you sat there and you listened to that conversation because it was good, right? I want my conversation to be like the grown-ups and the kids are sitting there listening to it and it's good. That's the kind of interviews I like to do. So no shade for the people who send me in their questions because they work out really well too, because then we're getting out the information that they want to get out. But the one that I prefer is the one that we laugh and joke. You talk a little bit about yourself. We have a good time. You talk some more about yourself. We have a good time. We end laughing, joking. And then we're like, bye, love you, bye. And then I love those interviews. But I love any type of interview. But by the way, before I get off here, if you would like to be on my show for me to interview you, I interview everybody. Some folks, I got this inbox from this person. They were like, I would love to come on your show, but you only interview blah, 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 blah. That's not true. I interview everybody. If you want to come on and talk about a subject like I was talking about earlier, we're going to do that. We're going to interview. If you want to talk about just hit the breeze and just chill with me, we could do that. And then if you happen to have something that you want to talk about as far as your singing, your acting, your performing, yada, 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 whatever, whatever, we're going to do that too. We do a little bit of everything here on these YouTube streams, okay? I have a question. Are women over 50 too old to wear a two-piece swimsuit? No, 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 no. And when I lose weight, I'm going to be a two-piece and a thong, baby. What? Because if I got the big body to flaunt it, I'm going to do it. But I need to lose weight. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. if look, I am exercising and working the hell out of my body right now. I'm not there yet, but next summer, you're gonna have to bring me on Maury COVID. They're gonna be like, she used to wear a moo and now she wears a thong. Well, I ain't gonna wear no, but you know what I'm talking about. Like you're gonna have me on Maury COVID. Like I'm gonna be showing out. You ever saw that show where she used to dress this way, now all of a sudden she's just like buck wild, whatever. I'm not gonna be buck wild, but I will be wearing a two-piece bathing suit. And yes, I'm over 50. So yes, I will be doing that. Yes, yes. Should it matter? Should it matter the weight or should it matter the age? Is that what you mean? Which one do you mean? Should it matter the weight or the age? So, because if you're saying the weight, should it matter? For me personally, it does matter. But look, I went to the beach this weekend and there were people who were full figure. The weight, okay. All right, yeah, I saw people that were full figure. They had two-piece on and they look cute. They look cute. But see, for me personally, I've always had an up and down weight issue. And so I'm a little self-conscious. When I was in high school, I was very thin. And but then after I had my kids, I just put on this weight and it just came out of nowhere. So me and my mindset putting on a two-piece bathing suit and I have all of this weight, it'll make me self-conscious, which I'm sure nobody would even care. They'd be like, oh, that's somebody's mama. They wouldn't even care. Because that's how I felt when I was on the beach and I saw these women who had two-piece bathing suits. They had rolls and everything else. And it didn't make me go, ooh, what the hell? It was like, oh, okay, look at that. It's like cute little bathing suit she got on right there. So it didn't matter me to see it, but for me personally, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. And some people make an issue out of it. Some people get very highly upset if they see somebody that is overweight and with a two-piece bathing suit. But I'm not one of those people. But I just wouldn't do it for myself. Um, I wear them now because I love my size. Men do as well. You know something? Me personally, and I'm doing it also for health reasons. That's why I want to lose weight. But you know what? I was talking because I like off of the camera. I'm always probing people to see what they think. And a lot of dudes like women who are thicker than a stick. Okay, they like that. They like it. They do. They were like, ooh. One dude told me, Dee Dee, don't lose no weight. And I'm like, no, I have to lose. And he was like, no, you look good. So if you feel comfortable in you, then and you know what? It reflects. It reflects on your outer person. Like there was this one lady, and I don't know, she must have been like 400 pounds. But she had this two-piece on, and it was cute. The design, everything. It was like it was made for her. And she walked on that beach, and she looked flawless. She looked like she was walking down the runway. And a lot of dudes was like, ooh, ooh. And they was like, she had the little boys flirting around her and everything. She was confident in herself. So when you're confident in yourself, it doesn't matter what you got on. It's like my grandmother used to say that all the time. She used to say, when you dress up and you present yourself a certain way and you feel confident, it reflects out. And when it reflects, people see it differently. Me personally, I just I know what I want myself. I have a picture how I want myself to look. And I'm sure a lot of people don't have problems, and some people do. And technically, I don't care what other people are thinking. But me personally, I just know that, I do need to lose weight. Lizzo gave me courage. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Lizzo is gorgeous. And people rag Lizzo too, because they feel like she's telling kids that it's okay to be overweight. And I don't see that. I see Lizzo saying, I'm okay in my skin. Is Lizzo probably trying to lose weight? She probably is, but she is okay in her skin. And to me, I think that's a phenomenal woman, because when you're okay in your skin, that's good. Now, I know I'm saying me, I want to lose weight. It's health reasons why I want to lose weight. And I know what I decide I want myself to be. And I would prefer to be 10 or 15 pounds later. And I have lost a lot of weight in my journey, and I'm very proud of myself. So that's where I prefer to be. Lizzo, on the other hand, girlfriend, look good. She's a beautiful woman. She's very confident, and she's out there doing her thing, and she's doing a hell of a lot more than a lot of other people are doing. So I'm not knocking no Lizzo. Not me. Won't get no knocks from here. So that's a good question. That's a good question. I like that. I like it. See, that's what I'm saying, girl. You need to come on and show. Yo, she needs to come on and show, right? Yes. I think that the vibe between me and her is going to be great. She's a good person. I know her off of all of this and everything. And she's given me a lot of encouraging words. She's a very motivating person, and I love her. So I love me some Melissa. So she's a really beautiful person. And Melissa, you're gorgeous. And I love, y'all see her picture. I don't know if you guys can see it with the butterfly. Is that a butterfly? That is gorgeous. I love that. But anyway, yeah. So me, I want to lose weight. I know what weight I want to be. That's my preference. Do I feel like when I walk outside, the weight I am is atrocious or whatever. No, I feel good. I feel beautiful. But I do know that I personally want to lose weight. It is a butterfly. It is gorgeous. I like that. Um, was that for a certain event or something like that? I like it, you know. So that's really gorgeous. I have a friend that has an event coming up, and she's getting ready to do some. She does body art, and I'm going to be outside of my box, and she's going to paint my body. So I'm going to be completely nude with body art, and I've seen it. It's very tasteful, and it's as she does art, and it looks like the person is wearing a costume, so they don't look naked or whatever. So of course I'll have one, skivvies. Uh, I, um, it took me 2 years to lose over one. Congratulations! You go high five to you, sister girl. 2 years, 100 pounds. That's really good. That's really good. I'm very proud of you. You're a gorgeous woman. You really are. So I'm very proud of you. So that was a photo shoot that you did with that. That's really cute. Yeah, like I said, I'm getting ready to do the body art. So um, we haven't set a date for it. It's an event that's coming up. So when that comes up, and if I get pictures, I don't know. If I do, I'll definitely share it with you guys. Yes, feel your skin. I always wanted to do that type of photo. You know what? I have two. I have two. And I've always been really nervous. But since I turned 50, honey, I have been doing a lot. I've got my first tattoo at 50, as you guys know. I'm about to get some color in it, and I'm gonna get myself another one. But the two is probably 2 to 3 tattoos, and I'm probably gonna be done with it. No more. A lot of people say it's addicting, but I have done a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. When I turned 50, honey, I was like, what? What? And I'm an empty nester? What? Started a YouTube channel. Okay. Got myself a tattoo. About to do some body art. A whole nother Dee Dee. Oh, guys. Listen, guys, I love you. I have to get off of here. I'm getting ready to get prepared for another interview that I'm getting ready to do. And when that comes out, I will share it with you guys. I'm very excited. We're getting ready to do it. I guess I can go ahead and say the name is with John Sig. So I interviewed him, so he's going to interview me. It's not going to be live or anything else like that. So once he does put it up, I will definitely go ahead and share it with you guys. I am nervous, and thank you, Melissa, for keeping up them questions, because I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what. You have calmed my nerves down a lot. So I don't know what he's going to ask me or anything. Like I said before, he didn't send me any questions. So I'm excited. You guys, I love you. Shout out to EM Magazine. Shout out to EM Magazine, which is a magazine that highlights fashion and art, since we were talking about that. RemTek Solutions, which is an IT company that takes care of your IT needs. And then, of course, shout out to Scott Yates for that intro that I showed, and I'm getting ready to show it right now. And that, shout out. And then also, too, if you guys want to support my channel, I think if you're looking at YouTube, look at the description above. You can do it that way. Mhm. Please subscribe to my channel.